People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
Grr. Very grr.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
You want it sugar-coated or right between the eyes?
Oh, baby, oh, baby. This Friday, 6 days, 7 nights at 7. 10 Things I Hate About You at 9 on USA.
The 127th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, presented by Pedigree, is brought to you in part by Petco, where the pets go, and by Pedigree Food for Dogs, healthy, happy dog for life.
There's the Plaza Hotel most famous resident, Eloise, her dog, the Skipper Key. We'll see the non-sporting group. That's where the Skipper Key resides. We'll see them a little bit later on tonight. It's time now to go and take a peek at all the toys. Here's Michael Lefebvre to bring us in.
May we have the toy group in the ring, please?
I would imagine a lot of people at home watching have these dogs sitting right next to them on the sofa, on the couch, sitting on their laps.
No question, the perfect companion dog.
And don't let the size fool you. There's some big hearts in there. What are they bred to do, David?
Toy dogs, you know, they resemble their larger cousins, but they really are companions. Known for their portability, they love to romp and play just like the big dogs. But usually it's there to be there for you. They've been very successful in agility. As you see the Italian Greyhound doing some lure coursing there. You see a Papillon performing service dog work with my friend Debbie Davis. And here's our Papillon, the best Papillon in America tonight.
It's a good-looking Papillon.
That's one of my picks in this group with John Olton handling. It's a grandson of the son of the great Best in Show winner Kirby. There's the Pekingese. That's the dog to beat in this group, no question in my mind.
Great hair surrounding that great face.
Had a great year as a number 3 dog all breeds in the country this year.
Right around.
Betty Krause from Henderson, Nevada is our judge. Started showing 1950 German Shepherds, bred Shepherds for 15 years.
There's Betty Krause.
Yep.
One of the wonderful people in our dog world. It's great. We make such wonderful friends in our sport. It's like any other endeavor. We're in it with our dogs. We're doing great things with our dogs, but it's the people that really make us enjoy it.
And many times it's a family affair. Her husband, Al, is a vet. He judges also 5 groups.
That's right.
So when they're home late at night, they're talking dogs.
The Krauses are a very popular couple in the dog show world because they can judge so many different breeds at a dog show. As you hear, of course, our judges are mic'd. Betty Krause giving her instructions on around. They don't move quite as fast or quite as wide a path as the bigger dogs.
A little bit closer to the ground.
There you see the Pomeranian. They kind of cut the corners a little more with these smaller dogs. Beautiful Maltese. Dogs are perfect for city dwellers, but remember this, they're just as important as their bigger cousins. Let's respect these toy dogs. The Min Pin.
Are they higher strung than bigger dogs?
No, they're not. They have the same kind of temperament and mentality, but you know, because they're smaller, you notice their movement a lot more than with the big dogs that can move kind of casually.
Europeans knew this breed as far back as the 17th century. It has been called the monkey dog because of its rounded head and bussy mustache. The Affenpinscher probably was the foundation breed for the Brussels Griffon and has been used in the development of other toy breeds as well. The Affenpinscher is a first-rate companion animal and is in fact a bit of a monkey in personality. This is Affenpinscher number 8.
The dog world is full of endorsement opportunities, Mark. They tell me this dog eats Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs as his main diet.
You know, in France, this breed is called Diablotin Moustachu, which means Mustache Little Devil. Tells you a little bit about his attitude.
This is Mighty Joe Young, handled by Beth Swigert.
Thank you, right around.
As you hear Betty Krause. Betty was a licensed all-breed handler for 20 years. Finished a lot of toys in that time, but 70 different breeds she figures she put championships on. Been judging for almost 30 years now.
This breed is named for the capital of Belgium, where his kind was first developed and prospered. There are two coat varieties, the rough, that is similar to the Irish Terrier, and the smooth, like that found in the pug. The two coat styles are shown in competition with each other because aside from the coat, their standards are identical. These little dogs, popular here since the turn of the 20th century, are devoted and intelligent companions. This is Brussels Griffon, number 16.
You know the old saying, you ought to be in movies, David? This breed was as good as it gets. Remember, Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, they won Oscars in 1998.
All of us dog people kind of thought the dog should have won an Oscar, too. Who are these other people?
Well, this dog has won an Oscar for being the best of his breed. We'll see if he can win one tonight in the toy group.
Leslie Boys, a professional handler who also breeds Brussels Griffons, is the handler here for Webster.
Griffon means lion-like appearance, and you can see on his face he fits his name.
The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel was accepted into the toy group in January of 1996. Had been brought to America in 1952. This breed is the #1 toy breed in England. It is named after both Charles I and II, who fancied these little dogs. Its following here is rapidly growing and very devoted. These dogs are very friendly and are excellent with children. This is Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, number 38.
And this is yet another dog that Chauncey brought to our attention a little bit earlier. Smile on his face.
Very popular dogs right now. They're difficult to find, but please, folks, be patient. Deal with a responsible, ethical breeder.
Thank you, right around.
We'll talk more about that tomorrow night in our little piece.
Why are they difficult to find?
Well, because they've gotten so popular so fast, some people are breeding them indiscriminately, and that's not good for any breed. So the good ones are hard to find. Sonny Dunn, handling, age 14.
The origin of the Chihuahua is a mystery. It did not really originate in the Mexican state of that name, and why it is so named is not clear. It probably originated in Asia and came to Mexico in very ancient times. Comes in two coat varieties, the long coat and the smooth. This is long-coated Chihuahua, number 20.
They're pretty fearless. They think they're bigger than they are, don't they?
No question. They are a great watchdog, I'll say that for them, but they're probably better functioning as a bed warmer. Wonderful dogs. This is Linda George from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Her kennel name is Wachita. This dog's name is Lance.
A lot of these dogs sleep on the bed of their owner at night.
They sure do. Linda George was the toy group nominee for Breeder of the Year with the American Kennel Club this year. One of the truly wonderful people in the sport.
The Chihuahua is the smallest of all purebred dogs and a pleasing little companion with a very devoted following. This is smooth-coated Chihuahua, number 10.
Here's the smooth. Again, we talked about breeds and varieties. Two varieties of Chihuahuas. They're both Chihuahuas. One has coat, the other is smooth-coated. Look at that dog coming at you.
El Quiero Taco Bell.
Here it is.
Another famous dog in television.
Melody, handled by breeder owner.
Right around.
A breeder owner. Mary Jane L. Look at that.
The crowd does ooh and ah, doesn't it?
Mary Jane, good job.
The Chinese Crested was admitted to the toy group by the AKC in 1991. The breed, however, dates back at least to the 1500s and perhaps earlier than that. They appear to come from China, although Spanish explorers found them in Mexico and South and Central America. There are two types, the hairless and the coated or powder puff, and they are judged by the same standard. This is Chinese Crested, number 6.
Throw a little sunscreen on this guy, huh? The only AKC breed has sweat glands instead of panting to sweat. And with that exposed skin, I would imagine heavy sunlight's not very good for this dog.
They really do. A lot of them, depending on a particular skin type, they do use sunscreen at outdoor shows. So great little dogs, getting very popular, very friendly, very smart.
Chinese merchant sailors brought these dogs over as ratters, and I'll tell you, rats are getting a bad name tonight, aren't they?
Well, we hope so. You know, dogs don't always get the chance to do what they were originally bred to do,
right,
but they still retain the ability to do that. You can see the feistiness in these dogs.
That's a beautiful
They're
animal.
In charge. This is Lyle, actually 18 months old.
Baby.
This is a very old breed, and it has been popular with the British royal family since the days of the first Queen Elizabeth. The color classifications of the English Toy Spaniel are the Blenheim and Prince Charles and the King Charles and Ruby. A short nose and silky flowing coat distinguish this handsome toy breed. This is Blenheim and Prince Charles English Toy Spaniel number 12.
The Blenheim and Prince Charles coat patterns that he talks about are broken colors. The Blenheim is red with white, and the Prince Charles, this one, is the tricolor, again with the dominant color of white. The other variety here of English Toy Spaniels we're about to see are solid colors.
They say this is the ultimate lap dog.
Oh, it really is. Look at that expression.
Quite a few of them at home watching this particular dog on TV right now and saying, hey, I'm the ultimate lap dog.
See, that's a great thing. I heard Bill McFadden say, he says, doesn't matter what happens tomorrow night, I'm taking him home. He's happy to take him home.
My
These
guy.
are our beloved pets. This is about loving our dog and spending time with them.
And next up, our next English Toy Spaniel. This is the King Charles and Ruby English Toy Spaniel, number 10.
Again, the solid colors, black, either black and tan or ruby. This is Ruby. Beautiful, solid color. They can't have any white in them at all, or it's a disqualification in this variety.
Love the ears.
As a companion dog, these actually were known as the Comforter Spaniels back in Elizabethan days. Get that look. Flying at you right into your living room.
He knows that he's at Westminster. Is it tough to get your dog to peak at this time of the day?
No, you get them ready. They have to know. Here's our Cavalier King Charles, or Havanese that we talked about.
This is the characteristically happy and affectionate Havanese. A great diversity in color is allowed in this breed, but not diversity in size. When it came into being in the 18th century, it is more likely that the Bichon Frise was a primary ancestor. This is an exceptional, friendly little toy. It predictably is going to become a very popular companion breed for urban and suburban living. This is Havanese number 29.
Well, you've heard the phrase junkyard dog. Well, this dog, Monty, ran away from his owner in Toledo, was gone for 30 days, found in a junkyard during a snowstorm, 3 feet of snow on the ground. The classiest junkyard dog in America.
What a great story. Actually, the dog's only a year and a half old. His name ends with Del Mundo of the world.
Del Mundo.
A very worldly dog. Havanese originally belonged to the upper class in Cuba.
The Italian Greyhound has probably been around for at least 2,000 years. He's a miniature greyhound bred down to serve as a full-time companion. Unlike the larger Virgin, the miniature is not used for racing. They came here to the United States, as so many breeds have, by way of England, where they had been popular since the early 17th century. This is Italian Greyhound number 23.
You know, Mark, we talked earlier about where these names come from. This dog's kennel name is Uhari, but the whole name is Uhari's Almost Wasn't. And the reason it's almost wasn't is because it was the only survivor in the litter.
Raised on goat's milk.
On goat's milk. It's now 2 years old and doing lots of winning.
This dog wins best in show. You'll see a lot more goat's milk on menus all over America for their dogs.
Carol Collins is the handler here. She lives and is the postmaster of Gwinnett Valley, Pennsylvania. See, a dog is the mailman's best friend.
The aristocratic Japanese Chin was one of the oldest of all toy breeds. In 1853, Commodore Perry brought several back with him from his historic visit to Japan. A wave of importations followed in England and the United States. By the end of the 19th century, a good many were being seen in dog shows in this country. It is a true companion animal of antiquity, style, tradition, and class. This is Japanese Chin, number 7.
Is it true his owner, Vicky DeVelos, is donating a kidney to her sister next week?
How about that? God bless her.
How about that?
Wish her the best.
We sure do.
Dale Martinson handling Malcolm here. Malcolm's a TV veteran, was actually on the Today Show with us last year.
3 years old.
Won the breed last year, too. There we go.
Take a left, go right.
He says, I can do it. If the Chihuahua can do it, I can top that. Dale Martinson.
Right around, please.
Getting down at the same level with the dog. The dogs see you.
That's important.
It is. You want your dog to pay attention to you all through that and not be distracted by either the judge or the crowd or any other dogs. That dog's trucking. Malcolm.
All right, part 2 of the toy group is coming up. We've been through the first part. Let's see a little dance here. There you go. We call that a 360. We'll be back.
The mayor of New York is the best job in the world.
Everybody just shut the hell up!
We are about to unleash the dogs of war. I'm now considered the biggest racist since George Wallace. If you like me, fine. And if you don't, I don't really give a damn. I'm gonna do this. We've been hit. We've been hit hard. Our city is still here. New York is going to be here forever.
James Woods is Rudy. Premiere Sunday, March 30th at 8 on USA.
Where do you get your pets?
Oh, no. Run, Morris, run! Run, Morris, run!
Those are fast trucks.
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series starts February 14th, live and exclusive on Speed Channel.
Do you require diabetes testing supplies or respiratory nebulizer medications? Did you know that Medicare and many private insurance plans cover these items? Express Med will deliver your supplies and medication directly to your home and bill your insurance carrier. After deductible and copay, there is no charge for our service or for convenient home delivery. We even handle the paperwork and require no upfront costs. You'll feel confident with Express Med. Join our customer family today by calling toll-free 1-800-260-8235.
For part 2 of the toy group, we have a few more dogs to get to. Our Judge Betty Krause walking over to the area where Michael LaFave, the announcer, is, and now she's pointing to one of the dogs. We were just talking, look at what she has on. I think she looks stunning tonight.
Does look fabulous, you know. It's nice that the judges get into it, and Betty is every bit the star tonight, too.
Maltese has been known for at least 28 centuries, making it easily one of the oldest of all breeds. The refinement and cleanliness of this little companion may be due in large part to its age. Throughout much of history, royalty and people of refinement have favored this little dog. They are gentle, affectionate, and have the vigor and high style to be totally successful companion animals. This is Maltese, number 21.
Would you call this dog almost a perfect apartment dog for New York City?
Absolutely. Probably was the world's first lap dog, you know, one of the oldest breeds. The ancient dog of Malta, of course.
And they say this dog does not shed.
You know what? I'm a dog show guy.
All dog shed?
I got dog hair everywhere. I know all you dog people that are listening out there, whether it's your family dog or a show dog or whatever, you've got the concession on these sticky roller brushes. We think of dog hair as a condiment in my world.
There you go. Someone just scratched their Maltese behind his ears.
There is the #1 Maltese in 2002, Thriller.
The toy Manchester, as a breed apart, is a little over 150 years old. His lineage, however, goes much further back than that. In fact, this is the toy variety of the Manchester Terrier, named like the larger version for Manchester, England. The toy came to the United States, and the larger version was immediately a hit with people of taste and discrimination. This is toy Manchester Terrier number 7.
This breed lives to be 20 years old?
It can. I mean, it's not unusual for them to live that long. That's another reason why we tell you, get the right dog for you, because they're going to live with you longer than some of your kids.
So this dog does very well in obedience, agility, and earth dog events.
They're very athletic, kind of the poor man's whippet, if you will. They're healthy, tough-minded little dogs.
That's Jake.
Yeah,
He's 3.
right around.
Look at those eyes.
Great look. Jesse Sutton handling this dog. One of our youngsters that grew up in the sport as a junior handler, competing in junior handling, and now is a handler himself.
The miniature pincher is distinctly not a bred-down version of the Doberman Pinscher, as so many people apparently believe. In fact, this toy is by far the older breed, but they do both come from Germany. The miniature pincher, or mini pin, dates at least back 300 years. This breed is a first-rate companion, loyal and true. He makes a surprisingly good watchdog. This is miniature pincher number 21.
As we watch Paige, 3-year-old female.
You know, these min pins, they live life in the fast lane. They have no idea of the meaning of the word humble. We were on the weekend show, on the Weekend Today show on NBC here. We had a min pin with us. We had to put it at the end of the line because it was ready to take everybody and everything on. Great dogs, this flashy front action, this hackney motion.
I'm not sure if you say anything to him or her, she would say, "What? What are you talking about?"
Right.
Papillon is French for butterfly, and the name is applied to this breed because of the appearance of its ears. The breed dates back to Spain, Italy, and France, probably to the 16th century. The old masters frequently included Papillons in portraits of noble and royal subjects. They are strong-willed little tyrants, stubborn, individualistic, and altogether delightful. This is Papillon number 22.
Now, if you've been watching our show for the last few years, you recognize John Olton. This is Nemo. Nemo is the son of Kirby, who was best in show here in 1999. Look at Nemo. John, always elegantly dressed.
I wonder if he's out with other dogs. He said, "You know what my dad did?"
My dad can whip your dad.
That's right. He's a best in show, my friend.
I'll tell you, one of the highlights of my 14 years here was the way John Olton reacted to Kirby going best in show in '99. Now he'd love to have the chance to do it again. John, very serious here. So important to move your dog at the right speed.
And they always have to be partly colored. If they're all white or no white, they're disqualified.
That's right.
The Pekingese has long been one of the most popular of all toy breeds. He dates back to the 8th century in China, where he was sacred and owned only by the most privileged strata of society. His tapering hindquarters, massive front end, and mane earned him the name Lion Dog. In the Western world, got its first look at one of China's best-kept secrets in 1860. The Chinese killed many of them in an unsuccessful attempt to keep them from falling into European hands. This is Pekingese, number 16.
This is a great dog, one of the favorites in this group.
They feel heavy when they're lifted because they have solid bone mass. Pekingese went best in show in 1990. That was Prince. In the 1982, Li Ling. Why do you like this dog?
He's a great little showman. Wonderfully, beautifully, immaculately presented by Hiram Stewart, one of the great gentlemen in our sport. Won 59 best in shows last year, the most best in shows for a toy dog ever in a single year. There's Hiram. These dogs have this
like a champ.
They have this rolling gait. It's because of those heavy boned front legs and being lighter in the rear.
The Pomeranian is a true Arctic type dog, a northern Spitz dog bred down to vest pocket size. The Pom was once very much larger than it is today. The breed in this scaled down style comes from Pomerania in Germany. They are first-rate companion animals of spirit, fire, and class. This is Pomeranian number 26.
It's been 15 years since a Pomeranian went best in show. Prince back in '88.
Prince, remember Prince Charming, almost Prince Charming.
And this is little Ricky.
Little Ricky. I tell you, the handler talked to a dog psychic, and the dog psychic says that the dog says he knows more of what to do in the ring than the handler does, so he wants to tell everybody how great he is.
Right around, please.
There's a little three. There we go. A couple of 360s.
Curtis Smith is one of the best handlers out there with toy dogs, so I'm not sure the dog had it right yet, but I believe in dog psychic, so it could well be.
Great watchdogs too, these Pomeranians.
One of the most popular breeds of all times, the toy poodle, is a bred-down version of the standard poodle by way of the miniature. The standards for all three are the same except for height. The toy must be 10 inches or less. Few dogs have been shown and have gained the adulation that this particular breed enjoys. As a true companion, this little dog has everything from an assertive personality to high style. This is Toy Poodle number 23.
This is a favorite in our house as well.
And
Poodle,
it should be.
From German Pudel to splash. Water dog, like hopping in that water.
They're great little water dogs. I mean, we say it for every one of the varieties of poodle that we see. Don't let that haircut fool you. They're great little athletic dogs.
Always sleeps in his handler's room on top of his dirty clothes in the closet. To each their own.
Good. Thanks for sharing that with us, Tim. Tim Brazier, the handler, good friend. Wonderful gentleman, great poodle man.
Smart dogs.
The pug almost certainly originated in China as the smooth-coated cousin of the Pekingese. He is probably one of the oldest of the push-faced dogs. He was seen in Europe in the 17th century and quickly became the darling of European nobility. In Holland, he was so popular, he became known as the Dutch pug, and people have long believed that this wonderful little breed was originated in Holland. This is Pug, number 35.
Largest breed in the toy group. In the toy group, not so much because of his size, but his nature, and they're known for their pug mug. Lots of large, deep wrinkles on that face. We had a pug go best in show in '81 with a fellow named Chucky.
Multiman Parvo. In the standard, it means a lot of dog in a small space.
I like when you speak
Thank
other
you. Right
language.
around, please.
A very expressive dog.
Back in 1572 in Holland, this pug saved the life of William, Prince of Orange by giving the alarm against the Spanish, became the official dog of the House of Orange. That's not bad to have on your resume.
The Shih Tzu, according to tradition, was developed in China's imperial court as a special dog of the emperor. Until the revolution, when many were killed, this breed was kept pretty much in the hands of royalty. Those saved were taken to England and the breed was rebuilt there. In recent years, this breed has become enormously popular in the United States. This is Shih Tzu, number 16.
Big favorite in this group, along with the Peak. The Shih Tzu was the number 2 dog of all breeds last year.
Number 1 toy dog of 2002.
I think it's going to come down to the lion dog against the lion dog. Let's see what Betty Krause thinks when she tries to choose between the Shih Tzu and the Pekingese. Let's see if even those are her own 2 dogs. Let's see if she goes there, if she has other dogs in mind.
This dog has a royal air to it when it kind of ambles along.
They really do.
Soldiers brought home this particular breed to the U.S. following World War II, brought it back from England. Introduced this to America.
The Silkie is a toy with the heart of a terrier. The breed originated in Australia and is said to be a cross between the Australian Terrier and another toy, the Yorkshire Terrier. The breed was first shown in Australia in 1907, but not in the United States until the early 1950s. The coat, which is his crowning glory, needs to be brushed daily to prevent matting. This is Silkie Terrier, number 7.
You see a lot of this breed in pocketbooks in New York City of the women who like to lunch. Their little heads peeking out.
That's Chewy with Mike Stone, who specializes in these Silkies. You see him all the time on the other end of the lead from a great Silkie. These are almost terriers. They have that same kind of energy level, even though they're here in the toy group.
Said, come on, let's go, let's go. Come on.
The Yorkshire Terrier, or Yorkie as he is universally known, is one of the most popular of all toys. His ancestry is not well known. The first Yorkshire Terriers appeared in Leeds in 1861. When the Yorkie was first imported into this country, probably in the late 1870s, they weighed between 12 and 15 pounds. much larger than today's maximum of 7 pounds. This is Yorkshire Terrier number 24.
Co-owner Amy Tan, author of the Joy Luck Club. And that's not unusual. Bill Cosby won the Terrier Group back in 1987.
We have our share of celebrities. I had a nice visit with Greg Louganis earlier today.
If Bill is watching, good evening to you, Bill.
Amy Tan, very involved with the purebred dogs. She's actually one of the founding members of the American Kennel Club's Canine Health Foundation.
This is his last confirmation show.
That's right.
He'll start working obedience and agility when he returns home and gets a cute, short haircut tonight.
Lisa Farmer, the breeder and handler here, co-owner of Frankie, named after Frank Sinatra. The registered name is Champion Tip Top. Come fly with me.
I'm not going to sing, but you know the song. We've got 2 winners in our first 2 groups. And now we're about to find the winner.
Mrs. Krause starts pulling out her dogs. She pulled out the Cavalier and the Smooth Fox Terrier. The Smooth Fox Terrier. Where am I? I'm a group behind. Smooth Chihuahua, Smooth Coated Chihuahua, the Italian Greyhound, the Peak.
That's the Peak that you like.
Another great group. The Pug, the Shih Tzu, and the Yorkie. She does not have enough blue ribbons. I can't say it enough. It's true in every group. It's especially true in this group. She asks everybody else to step back so she gets a little more room for the dogs to go around.
Stop right here.
Hear her say go around one more time and stop here.
I love the ownership that the judge has in the
Right
ring.
around.
Oh, the judge is in charge. And if you don't realize that as a handler, you may as well just stay behind the box from the beginning. There's the Cavalier out front. There's the Chihuahua. There's the Peak. Les. The Pug. The IG, the Italian Greyhound. The Shih Tzu, Andy, one of the great show dogs. The Smooth-Coated Chihuahua. Pulls the Peak up front right away. The Shih Tzu into the second slot.
Right over here.
Well, this is the 2 big gunfighters at the MSG Corral.
See him right around, please.
Here we go.
Right around. Right around.
Right around. Says, I'm not done brushing him up. I want him to look good for everybody. I think she's done. It looks like the Peak is going to take the blue ribbon. The Peak is the slowest moving dog.
The Peak took the ribbon.
The Peak wins it. The Shih Tzu is second.
Wow, the emotion on the handlers' faces out there. There you go.
There's
Look at
Hiram
that.
taking congratulations from everybody. We're all great friends in this great dog show family.
We'll be back to recap the toy group and show you the winner right after this.
If you could have a voice-activated satellite-linked navigation system, surrounded by a spacious leather-trimmed interior, where you can stretch out and enjoy a dual-zone automatic climate control system, and appreciate the acceleration of a 240-horsepower V6 engine, and if you could have it all in a Honda Accord, why wouldn't you? The all-new 2003 Accord EX V6 from Honda.
Your big dog doesn't want to chew a small bone any more than he wants to play a trombone. In fact, if he could use the telephone, he'd call up and order this jawbone.
It's a really, really big bone, and that's why we call it jawbone.
Tea, dog breath?
Oh, I'd love some dog breath. I'll be right here when you get home, dog breath.
Will you marry me, dog breath?
Pedigree Breath Buster Dog Biscuits with eucalyptus oil and parsley. Calling somebody
dog breath
is no longer an insult.
Good night, dog breath.
Sweet dreams, dog breath.
Hulk t-shirt, $18. Spider-Man watch, $20. Men in Black sunglasses, $16. Hearing your dad scream like your little sister, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. For special vacation offers, go to UniversalOrlando.com.
What should we do with our hair today? Wear it up and down. Spike it.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
Grr. Very grr.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
From Michael Crichton, creator of Jurassic Park, deep in the jungles of the African Congo.
This is a damn dangerous place.
What you don't see.
What the hell is that?
What you won't believe.
The myth of the killer ape is true.
Is the very thing that will kill you. The USA Network premiere, Congo, where you are the endangered species. Premiere Sunday at 7:30, followed by an all-new Dead Zone on USA.
And the Pekingese, known as Les, has won the toy group. Les won 59 Best in Shows, the most ever by a toy dog. And Hiram Stewart, the handler, what a great job. This dog was very regal and proud tonight.
Thank you very much. He is a regal dog, and he's a special dog as well.
He's a flowing movement. We're going to watch how he moved. I mean, he just floats right along. And there he is, looking very proud of himself.
Isn't he something?
He's looking at me, looking at him. What a face. What a wonderful face. You were a star. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow night. Mark?
Good looking dog. Let's give you the toy group results. Number 1, the Pekingese, Les. There you go. Number 2, the Shih Tzu. Cavalier King, the Charles Spaniel. Italian Greyhound, number 4. Now here's our progression board. We've gone through 3 groups. We have Josh, the Newfoundland, out of the working group. We have Mick, the Kerry Blue, out of the Terrier group. And Les is added to that group, the Pekingese. We have one more, the non-sporting group, coming up. Tonight, following live coverage of the dog show, don't miss the Dead Zone. Entertainment Weekly calls it a surprise hit shocker, starring Anthony Michael Hall. That's the Dead Zone, tonight, after the dog show only on USA. And usanetwork.com/dogs. Here we go. It's a great place to follow the dog show on the internet. You can chat with fellow dog lovers, vote in online polls, download our new We Love Dogs screensaver, order your very own copy of this year's Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show home video. All that and more, log on to usanetwork.com/dogs. The non-sporting group, coming up.
As one of the world's leading publishers of books and articles on dog nutrition, the makers of Pedigree can offer you a lifetime of reading on the topic. But for your dog, we recommend the condensed version. New Healthy Nuggets with antioxidants and vitamins to help strengthen your dog's immune system. Crunchy outside, soft inside. Just the way dogs like it. New Healthy Nuggets, found only in Pedigree.
I'm happily married with 827 kids, 2 of them my own. So you can imagine the headaches, the kind that start here and move up right between your eyes.
Deal with a bad headache fast. Extra strength Tylenol. Clinically proven fast on even tough headache pain.
On days like this, it's nice to have control over something.
Tylenol. For tough headaches, take comfort in our strength.
Starting March 8th, a nobody becomes a somebody.
You're going to be a star.
Nashville Star. Series premiere Saturday, March 8th at 9 on USA.
In the face of all the world's problems, it's easy to think that you can't.
These people have taken control.
He was tossing and turning so much, I knew he wasn't getting any rest.
With a regular coil mattress, you have no control.
We had different needs.
With a regular bed, you have to pick, firm or soft.
Introducing the Nautilus Sleep System. The Nautilus Sleep System's unique interlocking air chamber design provides personalized comfort. Now you and your spouse can control your own comfort with the push of a button.
Those chambers are the real secret, and you control your own side of the bed.
I control my comfort, and he controls his comfort.
Test the Nautilus Sleep System in your home for 90 nights to make sure you love it. Order now, and you can get payments as low as $25 a month with the protection of our 20-year limited warranty.
If you can't sleep at night, believe me, this mattress works.
Call now for a free video and brochure, or visit our website at greatsleep.com and take control for a great sleep tonight.
as every exciting moment, including the prestigious Best in Show, is now available on the 2003 Westminster Kennel Club home video. See what makes the Super Bowl of dog shows so special. Not sold in stores, and all for just $29.95. Available on DVD or VHS. Call now, 1-888-550-DOGS. That's 1-888-550-DOGS. Or visit our website at usanetwork.com/video.
To find out more about this year's dog show, log on to the official Westminster Kennel Club website at westminsterkennelclub.org. Get information about every dog in this year's show, view photos of all this year's winners, get up-to-the-minute judging results and more. It's all online right now at westminsterkennelclub.org. The non-sporting group is getting ready. They gave us the last two Best in Shows. They're backstage getting ready to come on out. Not long ago, these champion dogs were puppies, untrained, full of energy, little balls of fluff. Their brothers and sisters were well-bred dogs also, but while they were chosen to be family pets, these dogs went on to be show dogs. It is a combination of the right physical attributes and attitude that make a future champion. So, what exactly does a breeder look for in a puppy?
It's a certain je ne sais quoi, a canine charisma.
That inner spark, that inner sense of self.
Your eyes are drawn to that dog.
You want a dog that always says, here I am, look at me.
It's a presentation, a proudness. And secondly, it's structure. You know, they have to have the underlying physical attributes that go along with the breed.
The most important part is just the general impression that the puppy gives you proportionately.
Golden Retrievers are actually, the ratio is 10 to 11. 11 parts length and 10 parts height.
This puppy has nice breadth of skull. The dimensions of the muzzle to the back skull are very nice. They're in proportion.
The next thing we look at is the bite. The bite is a disqualification. So we look at her little mouthy, and it should be an overbite. So the top teeth are over the bottom teeth.
The ear set on this puppy is going to be very nice. They're going to be right on top of his head, and already at this age, they're trying to come up.
You can see her ears are set nice on her head, so that's above the eye, and she has a nice deep muzzle, carrying birds.
He looks like he's got a very promising career ahead of him.
But how does a breeder really know?
It's an educated guessing game. And of course, the better the dogs that you're breeding from, the better the odds that you're going to get a champion at the end.
When they grow up, you hope that they take that sparkle into the ring with them, and 9 times out of 10 they do.
We love that sparkle in the ring. Let's go down to Charlesy. Charlesy?
Well, I have a Finnish Spitz here. His name is Rascal, and look at that face. Is he cute? He competes also in obedience and agility classes. He's 7.5 years old, so he's kind of a veteran. But when he's not showing, he goes home and likes to dig acorns under the trees up in Baltic, Connecticut. So it's not all work, Mark.
Digging acorn sounds fine with me. Coming up next, the group that produced last year's winner and Best in Show, Non-Sporting Dogs. Coming up next from Westminster, Madison Square Garden.
Gotta be me, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong. I've got to be me, I've got to be me. What else can I be but what I am? I've got to be me.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard, accepted everywhere dogs are.
Dogs love home cooking, or now, Pedigree Little Champions. Gently prepared, then sealed in our revolutionary Flavor Lock pouch. With a home-cooked taste dogs love.
Yeah. What are you doing in there?
I'll be right there. Hey, it's me, Peter, but you knew that. Look, I don't know how to say this, but, you know, I need to move on. I mean, you have been great, really. I just need to be on my own for a while. Well, thanks for everything, and guess this is goodbye, huh?
Get a new lease on life with the Acura TL Type S.
See your Acura dealer for details.
What should we do with our hair today? Wear it up, down, spike it.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
Grr. Very grr.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
What's one of the reasons our relationship lasts?
Discover a welcome innovation in personal lubricants. New KY Ultra Gel. It's the neat, non-sticky, ultra-smooth experience.
He says I have a very agile mind.
KY Ultra Gel would like to help smooth the way to a better relationship. Call us for a free trial sample so you can experience the difference. Ultra smooth, non-messy KY Ultra Gel. It could be the start of a whole new relationship.
May we have the non-sporting group in the ring, please?
Well, there's a buzz in the air here. The last Best in Show last year, Spice, Surrey Spice Girl, Poodle miniature variety, and the year before that, the Bichon Frise, JR, both in this group. How strong is this group this year?
I think it's just as strong as ever, and once again, the strength is led by a great standard poodle. Alakai Mikimoto on 5th, right there, with the incomparable Wendell Samet handling, top non-sporting dog in the country.
What do non-sporting dogs, what were they bred to do?
Well, a little bit of everything, actually. The AKC used to register dogs as either sporting or non-sporting, and consequently, they kind of got everything that's left over by the time the other groups form, but they do just about anything. They have a great variety of sizes and shapes and hair and function, whether it's the Finnish Spitz there, which is really kind of a bird dog, the barking bird dog out there, but the Dalmatian was a coach dog. The Poodle, of course, we talked about being a water retrieving dog.
Our judge, Dr. Robert Indelia, native New Englander, cardiovascular and thoracic surgeon in Providence. He's a season ticket holder for the Bruins, the Patriots, and he says his Achilles heel is rooting for the Red Sox.
Take him right around the ring, please.
And in New York,
right out
people know all about rooting for the Red Sox because it's a Yankee town.
Dr. Indelia, one of the truly nice gentlemen in the sport.
Yes, he is.
As you see them going around for the first time with the American Eskimo dog leading the way. French Bulldog.
Last group of the night, what have they been doing up to this point?
Probably most of them have been sleeping. The Poodle probably has been up a little longer than the rest of them. Get that hair in place. But, you know, dogs spend most of their life sleeping. It's okay to let them sleep.
Had a Dalmatian when I was a kid, Donegan. Used to love running him in the woods near our house and having him stop and point. Thought that was the coolest thing.
Now, Dals do a lot of things. They are a high energy dog, which means
you got to run them.
Own one, you should be a high energy person.
You got to run them.
So Shiba Inu, one of my favorites in this group too. We just had a look at right there, the Shiba, relatively new in this country. So Dr. Indelia coming down here to get started.
Is there a buzz on any dog in this group?
Well, I think it's still going to be on the standard Poodle, so let's see what happens.
Congratulations on your
wonderful
breed,
Bichon in there as well.
The American Eskimo dog is clearly of the northern Spitz group that includes the Samoyed, the Siberian Husky, and the Alaskan Malamute, along with other heavy-coated breeds of this general design.
Take him halfway down and back.
The American Eskimo dog is a good watchdog and a loyal companion. This is American Eskimo dog number 16.
You know, if you were to read the name American Eskimo dog, you would think this dog would be bigger.
You would, but they actually come in 3 different sizes, not varieties, not like the Poodle that get a separate entry for each of the sizes.
Take them right around for me, please.
One breed, they do come in toy, miniature, and standard size. Great look.
I love that look.
Great smile for you there.
Bichon Frise originated in the Mediterranean area a long time ago. The breed had early success in Spain, and it is believed that Spanish sailors introduced the breeding stock to the Canary Islands. In the 1300s, Italian sailors rediscovered this little dog, and the breed became the favorite of Italian nobility. Then Spain again took the dog to its heart, and Spanish painters often included them in their portraits. This is Bichon Frise, number 12.
Once again, reminding you that our judges are mic'd, but he walked right up to him and said, "Congratulations on your breed win, sir."
That's very nice.
Bob Indalia is a breeder owner handler himself. He knows how big a win is here at the Garden. It's Paul Flores.
You remember JR winning in 2001 and jumping up with his paws. Great personality in this dog.
These dogs have wonderful personalities. That just says right in the standard. A cheerful attitude is the hallmark of the breed, and they really do look like kind of a stuffed animal come to life.
This particular dog, his name is Buster. He's 4. His owner says he's a total bed hog.
This breed did originate in the Boston area in the 1870s and is one of the few breeds that started here in the United States. Color, markings, and expression are given special consideration in judging the Boston, but the head counts for more than anything else. The overall effect is expected to be one of alertness and style. This is a proud and friendly companion animal. This is Boston Terrier, number 21.
Very first breed to be recognized by AKC as an American, made in USA breed, on a 20-cent stamp a few years ago. A couple of other ones from America, the Beagle, Cocker, Collie.
You look at this marking, it's very much like a tuxedo. He's right at home here at Westminster. He could be up here in the booth with us, but a tuxedo gives him the name the American Gentleman.
We get to take our tuxedos off after tonight.
It's Cosmo.
This breed is often mislabeled. It is simply the Bulldog, not the English Bulldog. Got its name from the ancient and brutal gambling spectacle of bull baiting. The Bulldog's traits of courage and tenacity have made him a symbol of determination. Despite his tough guy looks, he's a fun-loving and extremely affectionate breed. This is Bulldog, number 24.
When we see him up and running, he's got a rolling gait. There you go, that low to the ground, built for comfort, not for speed kind of gait.
You also see this kind of sour expression in the face, and nothing could be farther from reality. These dogs are so loving of their people and so affectionate. They're a great family dog. Look at that. Right in your living room there, folks.
Coming at you.
See if we have a home court advantage. This dog is from Manhattan.
Ah. Hometown guy.
Benjo. Named after the songwriting team of John Kander and Fred Ebb, who are dear friends of the owner, Joan Fisher. They wrote Chicago, vying for the Oscar this year.
The Chinese Shar-Pei probably dates back to the Han Dynasty, about 200 BC. The name is literally translated as sandskin or sandpaper-like coat. This robust dog was first seen in this country in 1966 when a few examples were imported from Hong Kong. Chinese Shar-Pei puppies are famous for their heavily wrinkled skin. This is Chinese Shar-Pei, number 14.
Hippopotamus muzzle, that's standard.
About halfway.
Blue-black tongue like Chow's. Ancient times it was believed that this warded off evil spirits.
Well, you know that the judge, part of the process is to look in the mouth. Usually you're looking at the bite and see how the bite is aligned and how the teeth fall in there. But with these dogs, the Shar-Pei and the Chows, you have to look in there and make sure it has that purple, blue-black tongue. Originally, they thought that it would help ward off evil spirits.
Name equals sand skin. But they're a little softer than that.
Actually come in 2 coats, either kind of a horse coat or a brush coat.
The Chow Chow dates back at least 2 millennia and was discovered in southern China when Europeans arrived. Several breeds may have figured in his background, including Samoyeds, the Mastiff of Tibet, and the Norwegian Elkhound. The first Chow Chows reported in England arrived there about 1880. 10 years after that, they were on American soil. This is Chow Chow, number 5.
Don't let the fluff fool you. That's a powerful dog right there, and quite protective as well.
That's right. Underneath all that coat is about 75 pounds of dog.
Oh, this is a first tonight. What's she thinking right now?
Yet.
What is she thinking?
She's thinking, not now.
Not now.
But it's okay. She showed nice poise there. She's beautifully dressed. I mean, we talk about handlers dressing to compliment their dogs. She has this beautiful white outfit on. Her beautiful orange dog jumps right out off of that from her.
And the crowd is in it here.
That's right. Teresa Malinsky is helping get the crowd in it. You know, the crowd kind of likes it sometimes when the dog misbehaves. It gets them into the crowd, and they say, here's a reason to root for this dog. So Petey has got a whole bunch of new friends. He's just 2 years old. What a beautiful specimen.
Smart dogs, too, David.
This handsome breed gets its name from the province of Dalmatia on the Adriatic coast. He was, in fact, used for centuries as a bird dog and retriever. He arrived in England where the carriage trade was in vogue, and he looked good running alongside the carriage and became the official coach dog. In this country, he transferred his skills to fire engines and remains famous as the firehouse dog. This is Dalmatian number 16.
We had Donegan in our house, a Dalmatian, when I was in junior high, early high school. And magnificent animal, loves to run all day. And he was great with us. We just loved him to pieces.
They're great athletic dogs, but again, you hear Mike Lefebvre's description of what these dogs were bred to do. If you're looking for a dog, you should know those things. You get an idea about the dog's conditioning needs and grooming needs and energy levels and temperament. You know, pay attention to us here. Go to the Westminster website. You know, find out about different breeds. Find different breeders and dog shows in your area. Come visit us.
They're born pure white. The spots come later.
This medium-sized, somewhat fox-like dog is the national dog of Finland, where his prowess as a hunter with strong pointing talent still fostered. In this country, he seems destined to be treasured most as a companion. His pointed muscle, brushed tail, prick ears, and his dense gold-red coat give him that foxy look and clearly establish his affinity with the sled dogs. This is Finnish Spitz, number 6.
This is Rascal, who's a three-time world winner and shows in Mexico, Italy, and Portugal. But the best thing about him, you saw those initials following his name, CD, NA, NAJ.
What does that mean?
That CD is an obedience title, and the other two are in agility. So our dogs do lots of things besides just being a pretty face.
They love to bark. They yodel to tell hunter of treed game. Likes the sound of his voice.
There can be no serious doubt that the French Bulldog is descended from English Bulldogs. There's some suggestion that a breed of roughly this design existed in Spain prior to 1600, and some French fanciers have tried to deny any connection with the English dog. The features that distinguish this breed are its level skull and bat-like ears. This is a delightful family companion of British ancestry. This is French Bulldog number 19.
Not too many animals you can say, I love your bat-like ears. And they go, thank you very much.
The dog getting to be very popular very quickly. Had a big feature story in New York Magazine a few months ago about how popular they are here in the city.
The top French Bulldog in the country right there coming at you into your living room.
Number 1 Frenchie. 2.5 years old.
Celeste. She's a lady.
A real princess, says Jody Longmire. The owner says they cater to her every whim. And I don't know what's unusual about that. My dogs run my house.
Second half of the non-sporting dogs are going to be coming up next. Remember, all roads lead to Best in Show tomorrow.
Sunday, one man's rise to power is just the beginning of the end of the world. An all-new Dead Zone, Sunday at 10, only on USA.
How would you like to own your own business where all you need to do is go to your mailbox each month and pick up a check? It can be that easy with Ameripause, and our business is structured to help you earn big money your first year. It's all thanks to the unique money-making terminals from Ameripause. These point-of-sale or POS terminals are used to swipe credit cards in retail stores, but the Ameripause terminal does so much more. It sells prepaid phone cards, does electronic funds transfers, sells prepaid cellular airtime, and much more. And with every transaction, you make money. Merchants love them because they bring in so much additional money, and we help you partner with the most profitable locations so you make money on every Ameripause transaction. Call now. Ameripause only accepts a limited number of distributors in each county. Your call today could be the beginning of a whole new life, so call now.
Part 2 of the non-sporting group judging about to begin. Here's our announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
The Kazan originated in the Arctic. That much seems certain. Clearly, the same strain that produced this breed was responsible for the Chow Chow, the Norwegian Elk Hound, and the Samoyed. The Kazan has been bred in Europe as a companion and a watchdog, especially on riverboats. The plural of Kazan, by the way, is Kazanden. This is Kazan, number 6.
Kazanden.
Kazanden, you saw there the agility titles on this dog. They're great little athletes. This dog, Kylie, 3rd year in a row to win the breed here at Westminster. Got a long ways to go to top Ben the Akita, who won the breed 8 years in a row here, early 90s. Early 90s, mid-90s, late 90s.
The 90s.
The 90s was Ben the Akita. This is Kylie the Kazan.
National dog of Holland.
Smiling Dutchman. They've got this pattern through their face that makes it look like they're wearing glasses. The spectacles.
Congratulations on your breed win.
This breed is an ancient one and almost certainly was named for Lhasa, the sacred city of Tibet. The lion dog, or Lhasa, was a watchdog in Tibet. He stayed inside where it was warm and barked to alert the Tibetan mastiffs on duty outside. Traditionally, the Dalai Lamas gave palace-bred dogs as gifts in return for favors. With its coat in appropriate shape, this is a dog of enormous style. This is Lhasa Apso, number 5.
To all the Lhasa owners watching at home, I salute you. This was the first dog in my family, Mr. Buster. And we just adored him. He was so sweet and so dear and a great watchdog. If someone knocked on the door, you knew it.
I had a friend who once had one said they barked at everybody except the pizza delivery guy. Cindy Butzik, a breeder, owner, handler. This is her 12th generation of Lhasa Apsos.
Lion dog is what they call this. Like, look at that. Yeah,
Great
Mr.
look.
Buster is still in my heart.
Great.
This is actually a pre-Renaissance breed from France that is derived, no doubt, from the Bichon family of dogs. It was very popular in France, Germany, and Spain for centuries, but fell out of favor and very nearly vanished. This sweet and affectionate companion animal is staging a strong comeback. The name Lao Chen means little lion dog. This is Lao Chen number 5.
Here's one for you. That cut of the Lao Chen originated so ladies could use them as hot water bottles for their feet in bed.
Makes sense to me.
Lao Chen means little lion in German. Wie geht es Ihnen?
Now, outside of that close-cut hindquarters, the standard says no trimming.
Take them right around for me, please.
They're wonderful little dogs. They're getting very popular in this country. They were first eligible here at Westminster in 2000. Little lion. This is Cartel. Number 1 Lao Chen last year.
Congratulations on your breed win.
The poodle is a very old hunting dog of unknown origin. Germany and France both had their poodles, but it was the French that made it their national dog. The clip we see here today is derived from practical considerations. Covering of the joints protected these areas when the dog is retrieving game in water. And the puff on the end of the tail is said to be a French jab at the British lion. This is Miniature Poodle, number 12.
Halfway down and back.
This dog originated in Germany. So for people to say the French poodle, dog originated just a little further to the east.
Kind of a misnomer, but it's also the people that developed this dog as a great hunting dog.
This particular breed gave us Best in Show last year.
That's right, Surrey Spice Girl. Please, Spice put on a great show. Here we go.
As you've seen, poodles come in 3 sizes, but they are all one breed. There's the standard poodle, the miniature poodle, and the toy poodle, shown in the toy group. In this group, there is the standard and the miniature. This is standard poodle, number 34.
Champion Alakai Mickey Moto on 5th was the number 1 dog in the non-sporting group for this show year last year.
Down and back, please, sir.
Wendell Samet, the handler. Made his name in poodles. This is his 58th consecutive Westminster.
Last time, listen to the crowd. Last time a standard poodle took Best in Show, 1991. Mickey, 5 years old, and the crowd appreciates it.
Mickey's had a great career, as has Wendell. For owner Karen Lefrak, co-owned with Wendell.
His pop won non-sporting group at Westminster several years in a row.
Wendell was
actually...
the
father of a dog his pop?
His sire.
The Schipperke is Belgium's Little Skipper, or Little Captain. He gained his fame as a watchdog and hunter of vermin on canal barges. It was not until 1885, when Queen Marie Henrietta acquired a Schipperke, that the popularity of the breed began to climb. A skipper has since won broad acceptance as a fine little companion animal with an exceptionally long lifespan. 20 years is not all that unusual. This is Schipperke, number 11.
Eloise's dog from the plaza I mentioned earlier. This is the Schipperke.
This is Flame, 7 years old. One of our older dogs we've seen tonight. Another breeder owner handler, Krista Novo.
And Flame is a 7-year-old lady.
How about that?
Take her around, please.
Schipperkes are great little athletic dogs.
Means little captain in Flemish, Schipperke.
Have that square foxy head that standard says the silhouette is the most important trait here.
The Shiba Inu was admitted to the non-sporting group in 1993, but it has long been a popular companion and superb hunting dog in Japan. Shibas are thought to be the smallest and oldest of the dogs from Japan. A smart, foxy little dog with an independent nature, they are somewhat reserved with strangers, but are very loyal to their owners. This is Shiba Inu, number 7.
Halfway down and back, please.
This particular dog likes to eat junk food and drink Dr. Pepper. Sounds like my brother. Great fox-like face on this dog too, David.
They're beautiful dogs. They're very clean, very fastidious, kind of possessive of everybody. So that said, once again, every breed is not for everyone. They're a very challenging dog, a large animal in a small body. And you better be ready for a dog like this. If you are, they make wonderful family pets.
As its name implies, the Tibetan Spaniel does apparently come from Tibet, but it stops there. There's no Spaniel in this dog. It is an ancient breed and certainly predates the Christian era. Pictures of this breed appeared on bronzes dating to at least 1100 BC. This is a long-lived, hardy, and faithful pet. The AKC accepted them for registration in 1984. This is Tibetan Spaniel, number 10.
These are great little dogs, Mark. I've always liked these guys.
That's Zeke right there, 2 years, 4 months old. A youngster.
I tell you, they love, they're in charge. They are in charge.
To be the number 1 of your kind in the country at 2 years and 4 months is not too bad.
That's great. These, like a lot of others, dogs of the monastery in Tibet.
The Tibetan Spaniel is not a Spaniel, and the Tibetan Terrier is not a terrier. So much for that. But this little dog has been raised in Tibetan monasteries for 2,000 years. They served as watchdogs and were considered holy, or at least awfully lucky charms. No dog of this breed could be sold, but only presented as a mark of enormous esteem. This breed is believed to be ancestral to many other breeds, including possibly the Hungarian Puli. This is Tibetan Terrier, number 15.
The Tibetan Terrier, here's Taz. What a great name, Taz.
We've had a couple of terriers that aren't terriers.
That's right. It's a holy dog in Tibet, another Tibetan dog. They were thought to bring luck. When an English physician was given a dog as a gift after treating a Tibetan woman, they started to make their way out of Tibet. The isolation of Tibet is what kept a lot of these Tibetan breeds from being known around the world because they just didn't get out of there.
Known as a holy dog as well. All right, now we're going to get our 4th
He's looked at
finalist for Best in Show.
I think he's going about it fairly quickly here. He's This is the smallest group in terms of number of dogs. 18 dogs in this group. Pulls out the Bichon.
Bulldog, please.
Got the Bulldog.
As you can hear, Bob and Delia working his way down the line. Cardiac surgeon. Talk about pressure. He doesn't know pressure as a dog show judge. He knows what pressure is.
Yep.
There he is pulling his favorites out. He's got about 6 of them there to work from. One at a time to the end of the ring, to the end of the line. Here goes the Bichon Frise.
I love that dog. Love that breed.
Been very successful here recently. Here's the Bulldog. Goes a little different speed than the Bichon.
But still, the best Bulldog in the country, like the Bichon's the best in there.
Beautiful athletic Kazond is next. The Lhasa Apso. The Standard Poodle with Wendell Samet.
Getting a big...
Mickey, top dog in the group last year.
Big sound from the crowd on the Standard.
The Skipper Key.
Oh, they like the Skipper Key as well.
Looks like he's got his mind made up. Stands back, takes a look.
Standard Poodle, please.
Brings the Standard Poodle out front. Here's the Bichon in the second slot. He's got the Lhasa in the third spot and the Skip in fourth. And I think he's done, Mark. And here they go. Mickey Moto leading the way. The Standard Poodle is number 1. The Bichon is 2. The Lhasa 3. And the Skipper Key is 4th. Another great finalist for us.
We have 4 of them. We'll be back right after this as Westminster continues.
You know you brought them up right when you watch them run. You can feel their strength. You don't just see a dog, you see an athlete, a champion. This workout brought to you by Pedigree, the best-selling dog food brand in the world. Pedigree, developed with vets, recommended by top breeders.
If you could have a voice-activated satellite-linked navigation system, surrounded by a spacious leather-trimmed interior, where you can stretch out and enjoy a dual-zone automatic climate control system, and appreciate the acceleration of a 240-horsepower V6 engine, and if you could have it all in a Honda Accord, why wouldn't you? The all-new 2003 Accord EX V6 from Honda.
As one of the world's leading publishers of books and articles on dog nutrition, the makers of Pedigree can offer you a lifetime of reading on the topic. But for your dog, we recommend the condensed version. New Healthy Nuggets with antioxidants and vitamins to help strengthen your dog's immune system. Crunchy outside, soft inside. Just the way dogs like it. New Healthy Nuggets, found only in Pedigree.
To be the next Nashville star, you need talent, style, and thick skin.
I couldn't find a melody.
You really need to work on your fundamentals.
You don't have a style of your own.
That was the wrong key for you.
Did you swallow your gum?
You need to go to the home of Mr. Pitch and learn to sing a little bit more on melody.
Boo!
Nashville Star. Series premiere Saturday, March 8th at 9.
I like those jeans.
Well, thank you very much.
On USA.
I was just wondering, did they sell any men's jeans where you got those?
The 127th Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, presented by Pedigree, is brought to you by Pedigree Food for Dogs. For a healthy, happy dog for life. Visit us on the web at pedigree.com.
All right, let's show you our results from the non-sporting group. Number 1, the Standard Poodle, Mickey, took home the top spot. The Bichon Frise, second, Lhasa, in third, and the Skipper Key in fourth. Let's show you our 4 dogs we have. We have 3 more to get tomorrow night. Josh the Newfoundland, Mick the Kerry Blue, Les the Pekingese, and the Standard Poodle. Coming up next on USA, Anthony Michael Hall stars in The Dead Zone. Tomorrow night, 3 more group winners will be decided: the Sporting Group, the Hounds, and the Herding Group dogs. Then the group winners will compete for Best in Show at the 127th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. All begins at 8, 7 Central right here on USA Sports. For Charles C. Canty and David Fry, I'm Mark McEwen saying good night from Madison Square Garden. Don't forget Best in Show tomorrow night right here.
Spaniel was dropped from his name. This is a versatile dog in the field, like most European gun dogs, and works well as a retriever. This is Brittany, number 17.
Well, David, this is your breed, so I'm just going to stand back and let you run. What do you love about this dog?
Oh, I love the breed's personality. I love the way they can adapt to anything, and I love the way that they like being with their family. But this is Jester, the defending champion in this group. Won this group last year. Actually had retired, we all thought, and it was a bit of a surprise to see him back out. But
like Michael Jordan.
That's it. Well, we love seeing Jester. He's a great show dog. Clint Livingston, one of the top handlers in the country, has been in the sport for a long time, was best junior handler at the big show in Crufts, dressed for the occasion.
Number 1 Brittany
Jester
in the country.
The Pointer is one of the oldest sporting breeds. The first dependable reference to the breed appeared in England about 1650. It is believed that the breed was used on the continent long before that. As his name implies, the Pointer points with his nose. A pointer named Sensation is the club emblem of the Westminster Kennel Club. This is Pointer, number 5.
You have to mention Sensation every year here, because that Sensation's lovely muzzle and face have been on that cover forever.
The Westminster Kennel Club was started by a group of gentlemen hunters 127 years ago, and they actually owned dogs and owned a kennel, and one of the dogs that they had early that became their emblem was Sensation, and there he is. And here's the real dog today.
Last time a Pointer won was back in 1986.
Well, this is Martha. Can she be the next one? Let's find out.
The German short-haired pointer with his webbed feet is a retriever on land and in the water. He was developed in Germany and Austria in the 19th century and is almost certainly the descendant of an old Spanish pointer, the English foxhound, and some form of scent hound. He first appeared in America in the 1920s. This is German short-haired pointer, number 14.
Oh, David,
There's Val Nunez with... There's Val Nunez with Toby. Toby's 10 years old. Almost. Next week.
Is he close to the oldest dog here at Westminster?
I think so. I don't remember seeing one older than that last night.
Can I get here right around, please?
We'll find out.
Christy Turlington has a German short-hair pointer. Calls him Klaus.
The development of the German wire-haired pointer began around 1870. He is one of several European retrieving pointers of this design, but unlike some of the others, has a water-repellent coat. This is a rugged hunter that can work any kind of terrain. He's probably descended from the German shorthair, the pointer, the foxhound, the griffon, and just possibly the poodle. This is German wire-haired pointer, number 5.
You know, the English developed a lot of dogs to do individual things. The Germans, because there was a dog tax, had to develop all these all-around dogs like the short-hair pointer and now the wire-haired pointer. This is actually the most popular sporting breed in Germany because they can do so much.
Got a great face, David.
It's a beautiful dog. Jane Alston-Myers handling. Janie won Best in Show here in 1996 with the Clumber Spaniel.
Around, please.
Now she's handling Laney. A great face.
Does he know he's at the Garden?
They all know.
The history of the Chesapeake can be traced to 1807. A British ship, tradition has it, wrecked off the coast of Maryland, and 2 of the survivors were Newfoundland dogs. The shoremen bred the survivors to retrievers that had been used in and around Chesapeake for years. We can determine that by 1855, a definite type had evolved, and it has become known for its hardy nature and its indifference to rough, icy waters. This is Chesapeake Bay Retriever, number 15.
I have a soft spot in my heart for a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. I grew up in Maryland, and these dogs are all over the Free State. Had a friend who had a Chesapeake As he would get close to water, he'd start to shake because he wanted to get out of the car and hop into the water.
They actually have been declared by the legislature there as the official state dog of Maryland.
Right around.
Good-looking dog it is.
University of Maryland at Baltimore. Their team nickname is?
The Retrievers.
That's right.
Umbeck Retrievers.
Here's the Chessie, handled by Michael Shepard. He's actually a certified therapy dog. Also has a companion dog title.
Toward the middle of the 19th century, Water Spaniel, some earlier form of retriever, a setter, and a small version of the Newfoundland dog known as St. John's dog, and just possibly some poodle genes were mixed to achieve what we now know as the curly-coated retriever. They arrived here from England in 1907. These dogs are exceptionally powerful in the water and are outstanding sportsmen. This is curly-coated retriever number 9.
What's with the name? You pointed at the name when it came up on the screen.
JH, the initials at the end, stand for Junior Hunter. A lot of these dogs do other things besides conformation shows. The American Kennel Club sponsors about 15,000 events every year, and only 1,500 of them are conformation shows like we're seeing here. The dogs need these other events to get out and do the things that they were bred to do, what they feel in their hearts they want to do, and that's a great opportunity. JH stands for Junior Hunter.
And this dog's name is Rebel. He's a rebel.
It's My Party is the name. It's his registered name. First curly in U.S. history to have an AKC Hunt title and a Best in Show.
This breed was developed in England about a century ago, and it is generally accepted that most of the foundation stock came from American breeds. Those ancestors include the now extinct St. John's Labrador and the Newfoundland. Today's flat-coated retriever is sturdy and has a close, dense coat, a coat that is not supposed to be wavy. This is a very efficient water dog and is also used with success in upland shooting.
Straight up.
This is flat-coated retriever number 11.
Good family dog here.
Great dogs, these flat coats. The flat coat people every year tell me, keep us a secret, keep us a secret. This dog has its CD, its Junior Hunter, and a working certificate. But this dog also helps its arthritic owner by picking things up off the floor and getting the newspaper. This is Dugan.
Right around for me, please.
Which is my sister's last name, Dugan.
Great family dog. They have high energy and a great puppy attitude about them.
This next dog is the pizza-eating Golden that we heard about from Charlie earlier.
The Golden Retriever was developed from the flat-coated Retriever and the Tweed Spaniel. A single breeding produced 4 puppies that were to leave their paw prints all over canine history. They were the foundation stock for one of the world's most beloved dogs. The Golden's drive and pace, his keen sense of smell, soft mouth, and high style all reflect his generations as a sporting dog. Still widely used in the field, the breed has become one of the most popular companion dogs of all time. This is Golden Retriever number 5.
We had Casey in our family. Casey, a lovely Golden Retriever. Listen to the crowd here. David, why hasn't a Golden won Best in Show?
Well, I think it's because they're so oriented to the people in their life. They want to be in their people's lives. They want to be in our life. It's not the other way around like it is with terriers and some hounds that are sort of allowing us into their life.
Listen to this crowd, David. They want to allow this dog into their lives.
Never won a Best in Show at Westminster.
Never.
It's amazing to
right
me
around
because
for
they're
me,
such
please.
fabulous dogs. Very devoted to their people.
Handsome.
Hey, but they need exercise, a mind and a body both. They're not born with obedience degrees.
Next, coming up next, the most popular dog in America.
Good man.
The Labrador Retriever is not a product of Labrador, but rather of Newfoundland. It is generally believed his early assignment was to help fishermen pull their nets. English breeders visited the Maritime in 1820 and saw the breed at work and brought some back to England with them. Like the Golden, the Labrador is now one of the main breeds used for leading the blind and working in other assistance dog capacities. This is Labrador Retriever number 34.
When President Clinton was in office, we all remember Buddy. There is Buddy running right there. What did that do for the Labs?
Well, it couldn't do much more for them because they're already the #1 dog in AKC registrations with almost 3 times as many registrations as the #2 dog, the Golden Retriever.
Wow.
So very popular family dog. They've been #1 in registration since '91. because they're so happy, they're so oriented to their people, they have a great outgoing temperament, they're smart, they're happy and enthusiastic. They're great dogs. A lot of great labs in this world.
The English setter was at work as a bird dog in England well over 400 years ago. It is quite likely that the old English setter had the genes of a Spanish pointer and several kinds of spaniel. The setter's job in the field is to locate quarry and stand frozen in place while the hunter shoots over him. English setters are the subject of some of the world's most beautiful canine art. This is English setter number 20.
You gave me a magazine on dog art. You remember that, David? And this dog has great lines for painting, for sculpting.
These are the dogs that you see in all of the pictures, it seems.
Do you have to run them as much as the Irish setter?
I think about the same. They both have the same sort of needs, but these dogs aren't quite as frantic as the Irish setter can be in terms of going full speed. They're a little more leisurely, and frantic's not the right word for Irish setters. Forgive me, all you Irish setter people, but Irish setters are going full speed, and they're faster than any of these dogs. A little leaner, we'll see in a minute. But here's the English setter, usually born white, develops that color later.
#1 English setter in the country.
The Gordon setter is a product of Scotland and is named after the Duke of Gordon. The breed was developed in the late 1700s. The world's first recorded dog show took place in Newcastle in 1859, not all that long before the first Westminster show, and a Gordon was chosen best setter in show. The first Gordons were imported into this country by Daniel Webster. This is Gordon setter number 18.
Straight out there.
Another gorgeous dog.
And look at all that coat on that dog. A field dog probably wouldn't have quite so much coat. But a lot of these show dogs, they wait till they're retired before they get out in the field because they want to keep that coat for the show ring. It's kind of cosmetic.
This is Nirvana. Nirvana is 6, and we're back to the belly rub. Likes to lay upside down, have his belly rub before he gets up in the morning. He said it like last night. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
That's right. This is actually adding to our international flavor here. This dog is a multiple best in show winning dog from Australia. Nirvana. It's the heaviest setter in bone and substance and works kind of leisurely compared to the Irish and the English.
The Irish setter was first developed in Ireland in the 19th century. The breed was probably built up from the English setter, some spaniel that we do not know, and some pointer stock. He was brought to this country as a gun dog, but his happy nature and good looks soon made him popular in the show ring and as a companion animal of enormously high style. The rich mahogany coat that is so distinctive today was originally red and white. This is Irish setter number 24.
All of these dogs are judged against the standard of the breed. The length of the coat, you don't see that so much outside of the show dog world. Why?
Well, when they're at work, they don't, the brush and the brambles that they're running through all the time, doing their work, finding birds, pointing and marking game, the coat wouldn't hold up like that. So consequently, they try and hold this coat through their show careers, and then they'll get them out in the field. That's why we see some of these dogs getting their junior hunter titles and their field trial titles later in life. This dog is owned by Deborah Hamilton, who was part of our video we saw earlier.
This breed originated in the American Midwest and is one of few American originals in dogdom. Irish Water Spaniels almost certainly figured in his breeding, as did the curly-coated retriever. In the field, the American Water Spaniel is used on all kinds of birds as well as rabbit and is equally home in land or in the water. He does point or mark game, but as befits a spaniel part of his heritage, he springs it. This is American Water Spaniel, number 7.
They say this dog uses that tail as a rudder when he's in the water. How does that work, David?
Well, they are a water dog, and that tail will help steer them wherever they're going. But, you know, they work out of a boat, too. They're a waterfowl retriever. So proper size is really important with a dog like this, so they're not tipping the boat over. That wavy coat that you see there is called Marcel.
You don't want your boat tipping over when you're out there on the water.
True. There's Shane.
The Clumber Spaniel is another product of England. He is a long, low, and heavy-set animal that suggests one of the French or Danish Basset breeds in his background. He is a characteristically deliberate field worker, always dependable. His silky coat is dense and white with orange or lemon markings. This gentle, loyal, and affectionate breed was first registered with the AKC in 1878. This is Clumber Spaniel number 12.
If you're not familiar with the Clumber Spaniel, Westminster surely is. Best in show in 1996.
This is the gentleman's hunting dog. You can see they're long and low and close to the ground. You can see that substance. You know, they can push their way through any brush that might be standing in their way between them and a bird.
Well, this is the last dog we'll be seeing in the first half of the sporting group. We have the second half to get to.
See a bit of that rolling gait there in the Clumber. You look down the line. There's Val Nunez in her short hair.
We have more of the sporting group to get to, part 2. Stay with us. Westminster will continue after this.
Two empires at the edge of war. One woman at the center of it all.
I come to end this war.
There is no peace with Troy!
The war will not be over until the curse is lifted.
She is mine! She is mine! What? I fight for my country! Die!
What have we done?
Helen of Troy. Premieres Sunday, April 20th at 8. Only on USA.
At Scottrade, we're all about value. The value of over 165 branch offices and each Scottrade customer being able to call their personal broker instead of a call center. The value of free streaming quotes and charts with integrated trading. Or the value of trading online for just $7. Inactivity fees? Scottrade doesn't have any. No pressure to trade. Call 1-800-SCOTTRADE or visit us at scottrade.com. Because at Scottrade, we're all about value.
Go Machines, Mount Everest, Forerunners of Adventure!
On the Outdoor Life Network, in a trial of skill, endurance, and spirit, from 50 amateur athletes, 12 are selected. For 5 months, they travel the world. The Kalahari Desert, the Costa Rican rainforest, Iceland.
I've wanted to climb
Mount Everest
since I was a little boy.
Only 5 will be chosen for the summit team. Global Extremes Mount Everest Forerunners of Adventure, presented by Toyota. Mondays at 10 on OLN, DirecTV Channel 608.
Announcer Michael Lefebvre announces a dog. He mentions the breed and the number. You might ask why. Well, like athletes in other sports, dogs at Westminster have been assigned numbers. Their owners have the corresponding number on their arm. It's a way of IDing the dog. That's why Michael Lefebvre will say, especially, let's say for this group, Cocker Spaniel Party Colors number 38. And back to Michael.
The Cocker has evolved in America as the smallest of the sporting breeds. He was developed from the English Cocker, seen first here in the 1880s. He derived his name from his skill with woodcock, but his popularity as a companion animal is legendary. For purposes of showing, the Cocker Spaniel is divided into 3 color varieties: black, party color, and Ascov. That last stands for any solid color other than black. Except for color, the standards for the 3 varieties are identical. This is Black Cocker Spaniel, number 8.
Very expressive eyes on this dog, but you know what I remember about the Cocker Spaniel? The Lady and the Tramp.
A lot of Americans think of that.
The meatball eating scene.
The Cocker Spaniel does lead the world, and most times on the cover of the Saturday Evening Post. But those expressive eyes are what do it. Energetic and intelligent dog. Was actually the #1 dog in registrations for the American Kennel Club from 1938 to 1952, and again from 1983 to 1990.
Very popular dog, and a beautiful dog as well.
This is the black dog. Needs to be all black or black with tan points like eyebrows and things like that. This is Michael.
Our second solid color Cocker is the Ascov. Remember, that refers to any solid color other than black. And this is Ascov Cocker Spaniel number 14.
Little Kaylee, little female, 2 years old.
Another beautiful dog. You know, these dogs have their own parent club, as do all the other breeds. The American Spaniel Club was actually formed in 1881. It's the oldest dog-oriented organization in the United States, even before the American Kennel Club.
Oprah Winfrey has Cocker Spaniels. I wonder if Dr. Phil has one as well.
That's a scary thought. Dr. Phil analyzing my dogs.
He's tough. He'd be tough on the dog.
Spaniel family was kind of split into the land spaniels and the water spaniels. The land were the larger dogs, and the water ones were the smaller dogs.
And last but certainly not least is our party-colored Cocker Spaniel. And this is party color number 38.
Let's go back to that. The larger spaniels are like the Springers, and the smaller ones were hunting for woodcocks and stuff like that. Not so much the water.
This is a beautiful, beautiful dog.
In 1946, the AKC separated the American Cockers, what we call the American Cockers, from the English Cockers. You'll see the English Cocker in just a few minutes. Here's the party color. The parties need to have 2 or more definite colors.
Look at the fluffiness of the coat. Just beautiful.
A gorgeous dog, Patrick. Young dog,
Thank you,
year
sir.
and a half
Right
old.
around for me, please.
I didn't say anything about Joe Cocker either. I just want to mention that.
That's good. There you saw handler Mike Pitts give the dog a little poke and kind of turn him around, get his attention, and he's traveling very nicely. You see him going well. It's the handler's job to make that dog look good.
The English Cocker is the descendant of the original English Spaniel, reported in journals in the late 1300s. Over the years, the Spaniels were broken down into 2 main lines, the water dogs and the land varieties. Clearly, the Spaniel's ancestor to this breed was of the land group. As the American version of the Cocker gained in popularity, it became necessary to define the English Cocker as a separate breed. That was done in 1946. This is English Cocker Spaniel number 15.
For the people at home who are just tuning in, they don't see what happens during the day. And this dog beat out every other dog in its breed to be the #1 of its breed in America.
Like an advancing bracket in sports, you keep moving forward as long as you're winning. They compete first at the breed level. Some of these dogs only had to beat 2 or 3 other dogs in their breed competition. Some of them had to beat as many as 40-some dogs. They get here to the group. They're the only dog of their breed in the group. Group winners go forward to the very end, what it's all about for Best in Show.
The name Springer comes from the work this dog does in the field. It flushes or springs the game. The English Springer is another of the English Land Spaniel group and is in fact the largest breed in the lot. He was developed for the root stock from which most other Spaniels as we know today were derived. This is a fine all-around field hand and choice companion animal. This is English Springer Spaniel number 6.
We've talked about this for the last 2 nights. Dogs do not repeat at Westminster, but an English Springer Spaniel named DJ won in 71 and 72. That's a hard thing to do.
They've had good success here. Robert, the great English Springer, won in '93, and one of Robert's daughters, Samantha, was Best in Show here in 2000. Samantha's handler, Kelly Fitzgerald, is in this ring with the English setter, so I'm sure she's looking for more.
Does that happen a lot, that the offspring of a champion becomes a Best in Show as well?
It happens often, and as a breeder, we want the next generation to be better. So we hope that it does, but these are great dogs. Sometimes they're once-in-a-lifetime dogs.
The somewhat rare Field Spaniel was once classified as a form of Cocker Spaniel, but it was eventually set apart as a separate breed in the early 1900s. This is a versatile hunter that is built for work in heavy cover and water. The Field Spaniel combines energy and enthusiasm for hunting with a great affinity for human companionship. This is Field Spaniel number 7.
Says they're happiest when they have a job to do. What does that mean?
That's true of a lot of dogs. They want to feel like they're a meaningful part of whatever's going on in your world with the families and the kids. These dogs love to be right in the center
look at that.
of the family's universe. A great expression. As you hear Virginia Line speaking to the next competitor. This is Henry.
The Irish Water Spaniel is one of the oldest Water Spaniel breeds. He was imported from Ireland 10 years before the American Civil War and was one of the first breeds recognized in this country. He is the tallest of all the Spaniels. Because of his strength in the water, he often is used as a waterfowl retriever. This is a first-class field dog. The Irish Water Spaniel, number 8.
You wonder if they know what Michael Lefebvre is saying about them. Irish Water Spaniel took home Best in Show in 1979, the famous Dugan.
Here's Emily, a dog named Emily. This dog loves the water. I mean, they even have problems keeping it out of the pond because it loves to jump in their pond and retrieve the koi.
Ooh, not good.
Emily, you're in big trouble. Actually, the very first dog ever registered by the American Kennel Club was a dog, an Irish Water Spaniel named
I guess they're right around, please.
That was back in 1878. Yeah, but you don't want to be known as the dog that's taking the koi out of the pond.
This breed gets its name from the county of Sussex in England, where it was almost certainly originated as one of the oldest distinct spaniel breeds. The dog is a slow, close working gun dog that is especially valuable in heavy brush. The serious countenance of the Sussex belies a cheerful and affectionate nature, as demonstrated by its almost constant wagging tail. This is Sussex Spaniel, number 9.
All right, David, help me with this. This breed learns to walk backwards, which helps in the field.
Helps them in the field in case they get in trouble, get tangled up in something.
Oh, the crowd likes this breed. Look at that tail.
Tail's going all the time. You think of the 3 L's with this breed: long, low, and level, and that low center of gravity is what gives them strength.
And the 4th L, loving.
There's all kinds of L's there: large boned, this liver color, lively tail. We could go on, shall we?
Yeah, we.
The Welsh Springer is relatively rare in this country, but it is traced back to Wales and the west of England for centuries. It's probably one of the very oldest of all recognizable spaniel breeds. In fact, and was described as least as far back as 1570. He has always been thought of as a splendid showman as well as a good, reliable field dog in almost any climate. This is Welsh Springer Spaniel, number 6.
What's a Velcro dog? They call this breed a Velcro dog.
Because they always want to stick with you. They're great with children, and actually, they have some separation anxiety issues. They want to be with you.
Well, if you want a dog that wants to be with you, this is your dog.
Great. These Welsh Springer Spaniels are totally devoted to their owners and their families. Here's owner, breeder, handler, making sure of it, Shelley Traylor.
The Spinoni Italiano is one of the oldest varieties of Griffons in existence. The Spinoni's ancestors in Italy date back to 500 BC. The name Spinoni evolved from the Bracco Spinoni, meaning rough-coated hound. He is a fairly close-ranging hunting companion and has an excellent nose. The Spinoni is by nature an excellent land and water retriever. This is Spinoni Italiano, number 5.
One of the great things about Westminster is you get to see dogs that you may never see or have seen before. How popular in terms of numbers is this breed?
It's relatively new in terms of registrations, and it's making a great name for itself because it really is a wonderful dog.
Thank you, there. Right around, please.
It's an all-purpose gun dog.
What does that mean?
It means they will point, they'll flush, they'll retrieve, they'll do it all. That's Shania.
Not Twain.
This is by far and away Hungary's most famous hunting dog. His background is almost certainly hound and some Transylvania pointing dogs. He is a typical mixed-purpose European gun dog expected to hunt and track hare, point and retrieve upland game and waterfowl. This is Vizsla, number 6.
I love the body type of this dog. This dog just looks like an athlete.
It really does, and it is an athlete. It has great intelligence, real high energy, but they are a wonderful, alert, and responsive dog. Very athletic. This dog is the first AKC dog with a master hunter title, an advanced hunting title, to become a #1 show dog. He broke his sire's record in the show ring, and this is his retirement.
Oh, last time we'll see him.
Bud hangs up the leash tonight.
The Weimaraner was developed in Germany late in the last century. Originally, it was used on large game like wolves and bears, but the larger game animals became more and more scarce, and this superior field worker was adopted to upland birds. He is good as a water retriever as well as in the uplands, and that has characterized his soft retriever mouth. This is Weimaraner number 24.
Well, Michael is saying Weimaraner. We say in America, Weimaraner.
No, Weimaraner, the gray ghost, not just another pretty face. Whether it's you call it a Weimaraner or a Weimaraner, it's another all-purpose dog.
Devoted to the master and the family. Ooh, look at that. Look at that intelligence.
This is great. Nice job, Red. Keith Potts, we talk about handlers specializing in certain breeds. Keith has been showing the top Weimaraners in the country for 26 years.
This is a breed from the Netherlands that became popular with the French and German sportsmen. He has two jobs. He points and then he retrieves game. He has an excellent nose and is a powerful swimmer. He does not have a wide following in this country, but the people who have got a chance to know him favor him as a loyal and versatile field companion. His records here date back to 1887. This is wire-haired pointing Griffon number 10.
Another walking gun dog, loves to hunt, needs to hunt. We talk about these dogs not always getting the chance to do what they were bred to do, but the owner here, Vicky Foster, Catherine Rockefeller Gallo, tell us that his favorite hobby is pointing at dust bunnies.
In the house.
Never needs to leave the house to do his pointing.
And when that pretty face goes to the water bowl, the beard brings the water to you.
That's right. This dog is Touche. JH, a junior hunter title.
Well, we are done looking at the dogs. Virginia Line, the judge, will come back and tell you which dog will go forward to Best in Show. And a little bit later on, the Right Dog for You Part 2. Don't go away.
You'll see Spots
This is brilliant!
in a whole new light.
Mighty Thunderbolt! I'm your biggest fan.
When one puppy learns the difference
It's time to finish the job.
You'll help us, won't you?
between acting like a hero
I have no idea what I'm doing.
and becoming one.
Check out Patch!
You are a real one-of-a-kind wonder dog.
Disney's 101 Dalmatians 2 Patch's London Adventure. Own it on Disney DVD and video today.
Your big dog doesn't want to chew a small bone any more than he wants to play a trombone. In fact, if he could use the telephone, he'd call up and order this jawbone. It's a really, really big